Have you ever felt like you're already tired the moment you wake up? The alarm blares, you silence it, and promise yourself, just 5 more minutes. 5 turns into 30. Suddenly the morning is a scramble, rushing, skipping breakfast, arriving late, feeling like you've already failed before the day has even begun. You tell yourself tomorrow will be different, but tomorrow keeps looking exactly like today. And somewhere inside you begin to wonder if anything will ever change. Welcome to the Wandering Tales. Alex had been living this same morning for years. The alarm rang at 6:30 and his hand reached out on instinct to silence it. Snooze, again and again. By the time he finally got up, his chest was already tight with the anxiety of everything he was about to be late for. His small apartment in the city felt cluttered, his thoughts even more so. Coffee spilled more often than it didn't. Emails piled up unanswered. At work, his manager Nina had stopped asking if he was okay and started asking if he could keep up. He had tried everything: productivity apps, weekend planning, motivational videos that promised transformation in 7 steps. But each attempt faded by Wednesday, buried under the weight of exhaustion. His friend Marco once told him, "You don't need a new system, you need a new morning." Alex laughed it off at the time, but the words lingered longer than he expected. One Tuesday evening, everything reached a breaking point. Alex missed an important client presentation, not by minutes, but by nearly an hour. Nina didn't raise her voice, but her disappointment was unmistakable. "I know you're capable of more than this," she said quietly, "but something has to change." That sentence stayed with him all the way home, echoing louder than the city traffic outside his window. That night, instead of scrolling through his phone, Alex sat on the edge of his bed and stared at his alarm clock. He thought about Marco's words. A new morning, not a complete life overhaul, not a grand transformation, just a different start to the day. The idea felt small, almost insignificant, but for the first time in a long time, it also felt possible. He set his alarm for 6 a.m., just 30 minutes earlier than usual. It didn't feel heroic. It felt uncomfortable, even unnecessary. "It's just half an hour," he told himself. The next morning, the alarm rang at 6 a.m. His body protested, his mind argued, but something was different this time. Instead of negotiating with the snooze button, he swung his legs off the bed and sat there, blinking into the dim light. It wasn't graceful, it wasn't energized, but he was awake. In that quiet half hour, Alex didn't try to change his entire life. He made a cup of coffee slowly, without rushing. He sat by the window and watched the city wake up. He wrote down 3 things he needed to do that day, just 3. The simplicity felt almost strange, but it grounded him. By the time he left for work, he felt a calm he hadn't felt in years. At the office, Nina noticed it first. Alex arrived early. Not dramatically early, but on time. He was prepared. His tasks were clearer. The day didn't feel like a race he was already losing. When Marco asked him what changed, Alex shrugged and said, "I just woke up a little earlier." Marco laughed again, but this time there was curiosity in his eyes. The first week wasn't perfect. Some mornings Alex slipped. Some nights he stayed up too late and felt the pull of the snooze button stronger than ever. But he kept returning to that small commitment, 30 minutes, not perfection, just consistency. As the weeks passed, the change began to ripple outward. His apartment slowly became more organized because he had time to put things away. His emails were answered earlier in the day, reducing the constant pressure that used to follow him home. Even his conversations with others shifted. With Nina, there was less tension and more trust. With Marco, their jokes turned into shared morning walks on weekends. One evening, Alex's younger sister, Leah, visited him. She had always seen him as the busy older brother, constantly stressed, constantly distracted. But this time, she noticed something different. "You seem lighter," she said. Alex paused, surprised. He hadn't thought of it that way, but she was right. The heaviness that used to sit on his chest every morning had lifted, little by little. One day, The real turning point came during another big project at work, the kind that used to overwhelm him completely. Old Alex would have spiraled into late nights and chaotic mornings. Each morning, he used his extra 30 minutes to plan just the next step. Not the whole project, just the next step. Day by day, those small steps built momentum. When the presentation day arrived, Alex didn't rush in late and unprepared. He walked in calm, focused, and ready. Afterward, Nina pulled him aside. "This is the best work I've seen from you," she said. There was no disappointment in her voice this time, only genuine respect. In that moment, Alex realized the change wasn't just about waking up earlier. It was about proving to himself, one small habit at a time, that he could show up for his own life. Here's what most people don't realize. Change rarely arrives as a dramatic breakthrough. It often begins as something so small it feels almost meaningless. This is where it gets really interesting, because those small actions, repeated daily, start to reshape not just your schedule but your identity. Now, you might be thinking that waking up earlier won't fix everything. And you're right, it won't fix everything overnight, but it will give you something powerful. A quiet space to take control of your day before the world rushes in. Alex didn't become a different person in a single morning. He became a better version of himself through hundreds of small mornings, each one built on a simple choice. And if there's one lesson his story leaves behind, it's this. The life you want doesn't begin with a massive leap. It begins with a small, consistent step, one you can take tomorrow morning, 30 minutes at a time.